Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. On first down, Breeze. And Barnage has it on the right side. It's a pickup of 19. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And he finds Barnage. He's got it. 27 yards on the game there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They'll run it with McCoy. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
First down and goal to go from the 7. Now McCoy. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
Joe McCoy is always going to be linked.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Drew Brees taking it in. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now another shot here at the PAT. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. On second down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you want to talk about a guy that just swarms to the ball defensively. Javon Kersey kind of wrote the book on it.
He certainly did. It's almost like he has those blocks that sprinters use, that he comes out of at the snap of the football, and he just takes off and goes, and that's why he can make those types of plays in the offensive backfield.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now here's Halou. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And look at this. It's a fake. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So the 3-time Pro Bowler Javon Kersey with a tackle there.
And you get selected for that game because you are a consistently dominant performer. And that's what he is. We always think about him being a pass rusher, but he can play the run as well. A guy that you just have to game plan for every week.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Yeah, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it in.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage...
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw, it's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say...
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And his first pass is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Complete here to Gary Barnidge. Gary Barnidge. Touchdown, Cowboys. Gary Barnidge, 67 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Wentz now on 1st down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, Wentz. Buying time to his left. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Wentz, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. John Brown from 21 yards away. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's caught left side by John Brown.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense, so you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Again, it's McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are in for 6. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but they face a second and long to start things out. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And that's complete to Brown. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. He's going to get the football. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think
blitz coming, and down he goes. Terrell McClain in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Play action. Now Wentz. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. They'll run it now with LBuB. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Give him 3 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's Wentz to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to keep it again. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Now 3rd down, less than a yard.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On 2nd down, Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And with time quick here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st down, Wentz.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And out now come the Cowboys. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
To throw, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here we go now. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. So after the INT, it's Breeze. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The tight end, Gary Barnidge, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. He's going to let it go again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Gary Barnidge, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Novak is on to attempt the extra point. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Another extra point opportunity here. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, and can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Perry Riley. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Breeze going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And another example right there, Charles. McCoy is good getting the ball handed to him. He's also dangerous in the passing game.
You put him in space, and you've got trouble as a defense. And they organize that one very well because, you know, the screen game, when they're deceptive that way and they create that space for him, look out. He turned into a heck of a play.
Now Breeze. This will be caught inside the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Gary Barnidge from 6 yards away. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now San Diego getting set to go. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. Third down here.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sinderick Marks in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. He's got a man. It's Williams. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's the option going right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A gain of 3, second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, big man with ball meant bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw is Wentz. And able to find John Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. One receiver left, that's Allen. Throwing is Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go.
Again, it's Wentz. That's caught at the 2. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. It's the fullback from 3 yards out. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So they cannot get into the end zone to add the extra pair of points. Now another shot here at the PAT. And that'll make this a 19-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Breeze now to throw. And he finds Barnage. He's got it. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Here's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. 10 yards still left on second down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. On second down, it's McCoy. And LaShawn McCoy off to the races. He got 29 yards that time.
That's a big league run. Takes him down inside the 5-yard line, and momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I will get you in on a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up and they get to show just how stout they are in a tough situation. They're recommending they run it again.
Breeze is looking to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he will not add 2 more to the final score. Doesn't matter. This one's over. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the 2-point conversion to add on top, but just the idea of going for it with that type of a lead already when they didn't need to do so, that tells you what his mentality is. He is an attack, attack, attack coach. Always attack.
That'll do it from here for Charles Davis and all our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Draft Champions here on EA Sports. For more, head on over to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.
Oh, how about this for a tough choice early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants to do. We've seen Dallas represented once already. Could another Cowboy be joining the fold? Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice. Instant impact right there. That's a big leap forward from what they had on the roster to begin with. Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have to go after a lower-rated player just to make sure you get coverage in all areas. Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to them or go after someone who can help you up front? Maybe not a huge upgrade over what they had already, but they're certainly building up some depth there. Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each year. Do you go offense or defense? Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. One thing's for sure in this round, you're going to walk away with a great player no matter which way you go. These are tough decisions here, offense or defense. Which side has the more pressing need? Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in draft champions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you heard about my hands, huh?
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Travis Carey. Now Carey. Oh, look at the juke. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That too.
On the ground, this is Smith. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. 3rd down now following the run. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
They'll run it here with Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. I'll be being set up for something big. They've got to be careful.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go now.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And New York set to take the field. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Wentz now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful by taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Here's under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. They'll come out in the pistol. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go! Green 39!
Play clock winding down. Garoppolo. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Time running out here on the play clock. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
Garoppolo now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They go play action here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Looking sideline, incomplete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
They'll look to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Lamar Miller in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And New York set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
One receiver left, three to the right. Throwing on first is Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. A final shot before half for Wentz. Surveying the field. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got time. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Carry on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it now with Smith. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
They were looking for Marshall that time, and it's 4th down.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Let's go. Leopard. Here we go now.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And Marshall's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On the carry, here's Smith. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They come up in an offset eye. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Red zone opportunity. Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Michael Pruitt, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Nick Novak on now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now the play clock in issues, so Gus Bradley's going to call a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Miller, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 3.
Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Garoppolo now. It's caught. Nelson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And quickly they get to the line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Williams in there to get him for a loss of 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Duke Williams. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that'll be good for a San Diego first down. Miller, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty.
Here we go now.
The slot man in motion right. They're going to look to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Lamar Miller, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown, and so likely will kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff, and then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And New York set to take the field. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. All right, Charles, quick Emmitt Smith story. You've heard of the Madden video game, right?
I have heard of the Madden video game, well, no doubt about it.
The legend goes that Coach Madden said players used to come up to him all the time and complain that their ratings were too low. The only person, though, that came up and said, hey, mine's too high, Emmitt Smith.
You're kidding.
How can you rate Emmitt Smith too high? That's the question.
Boy, talk about humble. That's taking modesty to a new level.
Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver. And it's third down. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on third down. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! Giants. Eric Decker in the final minute. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
12 yards there as they move the chains. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Let's go.
Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 13-year man puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So the home crowd here loves it. They get the field goal in the closing moments, and it looks like their guys are going to get out of here with the W.
And when that kick left his foot, you could hear a pin drop in here. There were about 70,000 folks with crossed fingers. And when that ball went through, start the celebration.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season, once in the regular season, once in the playoffs? So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Tampa.